It's quite mystifying. The same group of people who determined that they had the power to order demolition of the non-heritage properties have now decided that they don't have similar power for heritage properties, and we don't agree with that. But we have court challenges to this whole set of proceedings, and we will be seeking our remedies in the federal court as to jurisdiction and in the superior court as to the repair orders, which are really unintelligible on their face. The bridge has made it clear that it requires these homes demolished so that it can operate the current bridge in its current condition securely and safely for the travelers to whom it owes a serious obligation. It doesn't need the city's permission to do that. It has the power to acquire properties under the CTC Act, and it's mystifying as to why the city wants to maintain these properties in a boarded-up position, which is no favor to the neighbors who don't like it.
And it'd be too costly to repair these buildings?
It'd be a total waste of effort. We'd rather do something for the community.
Like what?
Well, we'd like to have a discussion as to what would be. We've talked about, green strip where the houses are. Talked about what Mr. Van Wyk said. If you took down one of the buildings, maybe you could have some green space. You know, people of goodwill with creative ideas can find solutions to civic problems, and that's what we're trying to do. But it takes two to tango.
They understood their jurisdiction. They understood the role that they had to play. And basically, as I understand their decision, they're enforcing the city's orders.
Can you explain to me, I'm completely confused about why this even came back to the Property Standards Committee. I thought the city was going to appeal their prior decision.
I think what had happened, I'll defer to Ms. Doyle or Mr. Williams, but I think what had happened is that the previous motion made at the last meeting separated the properties into two different categories, those that were heritage and those that were not. And I think as a result of that, this hearing was held again today.
Can you explain why you'd want these buildings demolished at this time?
Why we don't want them demolished? The buildings are under demolition control. There's a historical conservation district, and you can't just simply go in and demolish a building that's in a heritage area that's in demolition control without a plan in terms of how you're going to replace or what you're going to replace it with. Up to now, the Ambassador Bridge has not provided that plan and refuses to provide that plan.
Are you concerned the bridge company might come in with the plans for a truck transport of some sort to Plaza?
I'm not concerned about that. I know that's exactly what they want to do. The Ambassador Bridge wants to turn the West End into a truck stop. That's part of their plan, has always been part of their plan. They needed an expanded plaza, and they continue to look for ways to do that.
What's your response to the committee's request for your apology from you and the two councillors over your remarks about their decision to rescind the repair orders?
My remarks and council's remarks were completely valid. The committee overstepped their jurisdiction. How dare we tell the committee they overstepped their jurisdiction? They overstepped their jurisdiction.
So you're not going to give them an apology of any sort? The chairman commented on that right at the beginning.
I don't understand what we're apologizing for. We basically indicated to them and we responded to the fact that they overstepped their jurisdiction. And I think it's our obligation as elected representatives to remind committee members that when they do overstep their jurisdiction, that they've overstepped their jurisdiction. They overstepped their jurisdiction.